What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Forza Horizon 5 with BrogAutohaus. As you can see on the screen here, today we're going to talk about Ken Block's Hoonigan Ford Escort Cossie that he's been using in rally racing over the past couple of years that they just built. This thing is an absolute animal. This thing is really fun to drive. We're going to jump out, do some dirt racing with it, and show you how competitive it can be. But I can't explain to you how fun these all-wheel drive rally cars are in this game. They're just a blast to drive. I want to show you real quick that I did, in this particular case, after I got the car, I went to the upgrades and tuning and did an auto upgrade to make it an S1 car. And this adds, I think, like 500 horsepower and a bunch of other stuff. So it's a complete new beast. It's a new animal that is just an absolute blast to drive. So we're gonna hop out into the kind of Forza world, and we're gonna select a couple dirt races to go out and hit, and we'll see what you guys think of the racing. So we'll make our way over to our first race, and let's see here. There's a dirt race up here that I haven't done yet. We can run up to, we'll go up to this trail race up here. All right, so we're about 2 miles out from the first dirt race here with the Hoonigan Escort Cossie V2, and just getting a little practice on the way up the hill here, and then we'll enter the race and get right to it. Rally racing is quite different than most of the other racing styles as far as like road racing and everything. I really enjoy rally racing video games and stuff. I played a lot of dirt in the past, and there's a lot of things to be said about kind of, setting up the car with a little handbrake or a little foot brake and working your way through the corners. So I'm going to try while I'm racing to do a little bit of pointers on how I approach certain corners and why I'm downshifting. You don't want to be drifting the whole time, because it's really not the goal of rally, but it's almost like you want a little bit of a light slip on the tires every time you're going around corners without losing control, obviously. And keeping a good momentum is really important in rally, because you're on dirt, and although these cars accelerate extremely fast, you don't want to totally whip the car out and lose all your speed, and you want to try to make sure you're hitting the apex on the inside of the corner, just like road racing, but more of a controlled slide. So we'll see what kind of cars we're up against. Since I do have this upgraded to an S1 modification, it's going to be a pretty fast moving race. So we'll do this as a solo, and it looks like we're going to be racing pretty much right down the road that we came up. It's a 5-mile race. It's just a sprint, and we could use that Peugeot. Might be a little easier to control, but we're going to go with the Cossie. So we'll see what happens here. Forza has been continuing to ask me to increase my AI difficulty since I've been winning some races, and it's getting really competitive now, so I don't always finish in first place, but we'll see what we can do here. I love how this thing sounds too. It's just really fun. Racing downhill is going to be a little different than I'm used to. Pass up this Cossie here. Pass this little Peugeot, I believe it is. First and second place up there, just ripping. Lower the speed so we don't hit the wall. Again, lower. Hit the brakes and a little handbrake there to reset, downshift. And hit the inside of the corner. Nice little Porsche there. We're chasing down. Oh no. And then Tanner Faust's Volkswagen buggy is up in the front. So let's see if we can catch these guys. They're really ripping. Holy crap. And I do have the braking zones on still, because I don't feel 100% confident in my knowing of what these maps are like and where to brake in certain situations. Some of them can be slightly avoided, but on obviously the sharp corners, you need to make sure you're downshifting in time and slowing down enough to make sure you can complete the corner without going way over it. Oh, don't miss that flipping zone. There we go. big jump. That was cool. Whoa, we're getting a little out of control here. Oh, jeez. Not good, not good. Try to recoup. As long as you hit the flag checkpoints, it does count, so something to keep in mind if you're trying to catch up to people. You can, not that it's like a cheating way to go about it, but if you cut the inside of the corner a little bit, it'll still let you go through the checkpoints properly. See, I got a little ahead of myself, went too fast into that first corner, and it threw me off for the rest of that whole little S-curve. This is a really difficult... See, guys, not looking good. Try to be a little more controlled than what I'm doing here. But it is very difficult when you get up to these S1 classes because everything's moving so fast. You know, with that slower other rally car that I could have used, I'm sure it would be a little easier to control, especially for a race that I've never done before. I don't know this road very well. We got to catch up, though. We're at 65% of the race here. Yeah, that wall did not help me. It slid out a little bit. Oh, jeez. Not what I wanted to do again. That was kind of like falling back because I drifted too much into that corner. And I'm just braking too late. I need to start braking earlier on these corners. Oh my, getting all out of whack here. Can hear opponents right behind me. I'm gonna try to brake a little earlier here. A little more control through the corners. Especially with how bumpy it is, it's very difficult to control. Need to relax, not get so panicked. Come on, come on. Ooh, sharp corner. Gotta catch him. Let's end the race. See if we can get at least second place here. Oh boy, that might mess me up. Come on, stay in front of him. Yeah, so second place finish. Not bad, but that was a very difficult race. Probably the most challenging one I've had so far as the dirt series go. So we'll go ahead and search for another dirt race here and enter into that and go from there. So you can see I was just under a full second behind that Volkswagen Beetle up in front. Man. Not what I was hoping for. There's that Tanner Faust Volkswagen rally car. That thing is really cool. I actually unlocked that as well, so I might have to give that a shot on the next dirt race here. Switch over to that rig and see what happens. You get a free Horizon wheel spin. Give me some money, please. Or a bone stock Wrangler. Okay. That's alright. We'll mess with that thing later on, maybe. Alright, so we're going to select a race, and then I'll kind of skip over some of the driving because it gets a little old. This is more of a circuit race. So we'll jump over to that circuit race here, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. Alright guys, so as we're approaching here, I wanted to show you the launch control. This thing's kind of beat up from driving all the way over here, but launch control is kind of funny. You hold the brake and then floor it. Thought that was pretty cool, especially with these rally cars since they use launch control so often. It's kind of a fun little thing to play with. So we're going to jump into a solo race here. Oh, looks like it's on like a closed course type of thing. Alrighty, so we're going to start an event here with Tanner Faust's Volkswagen rally car. See what we think here. It's kind of on a closed course dirt. Maybe it's not dirt. Maybe part of it's dirt. We'll see. Shift up through those gears. I kind of like this on the concrete. Feels really nice, smooth. Just need to get past this little Peugeot here. Out of my way. Ford Focus RS-RX Ken Block used to drive. It's cool to see that in the game. I know it was in Forza Horizon 4, but I haven't gotten it in this game yet, so I'm looking forward to getting that thing. Pass on the inside, get to the outside of the Cougar there. Is that what that is, or Hyundai? I don't know. Oh, that's one of those old Ford rally cars, I think. Alright, so now we just gotta get past the #1 spot here. Drifted it a little too much. Lost control there. Just gonna hit the wall. See if we can catch this first place guy here. This is 3 laps, so it is a circuit race, so we'll have a better idea of when the ending is coming here. We'll get a little used to the, you know, laps and how to perform best on each corner. Really slow there. Oh boy. That was awful. That was awful. Not going to win races doing that, that's for sure. Running out of gear. Should have had a little higher gearing in this thing. Yeah, this thing's really short geared for this big of a race. It's almost like coming up short. Bob and weave, catching up. So a little more control definitely helps. No. Come on. It's only lap 2, so we got a full another lap to get ahead of this guy here. I gotta get better at that corner there. Been ruining my race here on that outside corner. You can see there, just kind of getting a little bit of drift slip almost, but not too much to the point where I'm losing control. It's hard to see the red, honestly, in the braking zones on that dirt. Not that I need to rely on those, because I should be able to race without them, but come on. This guy in the lead's doing a really good job. Hopefully I can catch him on the city streets on the lap 3 here, because he just has, I think, a little more gear than me. I'm maxing out speed at like 135 miles an hour. We'll run left here, brake a little bit. I'm trying to get too aggressive. It doesn't get you. It doesn't win your races. Sometimes it's better to be a little bit slower and more controlled in the corners. Oh man, that makes me angry that I have such a low. Here's that bob and weave section. Oh my gosh, dang it. Hope I can keep him behind me. Try to go for a little more controlled racing here. That corner sneaks up on me real bad. Obviously, as we get to know these tracks better and everything, it'll make things easier for us, but we're all pretty new to the game yet. Oh, jeez. Just hitting my rear bumper. Oh no. Don't pass me. This is that really sharp one that I keep going overshot. There we go. Just to make sure nobody passes me on the final corner here. Make sure I do that real smooth. To the finish line. There we go. Well, guys, that's going to do it for our little rally racing video section. So I appreciate you guys watching as always. Don't forget to put your life in drive. Subscribe to the channel for future content if you're looking for it. And leave a comment below if you guys have questions about the game or want me to make content on certain things within Forza or car extra racing. So thank you very much. Put your life in drive. We'll see you next time.